Hello and welcome to a brief introduction to the Community Impact Project pilot phase. I will give you a brief introduction to what the Community Impact Project is, why we're doing a pilot phase, and give you a couple of examples of projects that you could take part in. So to begin with, what is the Community Impact Project? Well, you will find that it is very important to not only achieve theoretical knowledge in your studies, but also to learn how to apply them in a practical context. Also, to us, it's very important to give you a sense of social responsibility and to get you connected with the region in which you are studying right now. We also firmly believe that learning in an experience-based context is a very, very efficient way of advancing your academic efficiency. This also will have very positive effects on your employability on German or Western European markets. So what do you need to do? We want you to develop or take part in projects that comply with 3 conditions. Number 1, they need to make sense in your academic path. So every participant in a community impact project should think about how his or her project connects to what they have learned academically so far in their major or minor study. So this could be developing a website or an app in some social or societal context as a computer science major. Second, we need you to find projects that are really useful to our region. This generally means and implies that you find a partner, somebody who's interested in what you have to offer. And that also means you will have to go out there and be in contact with people of our region. Third, you will work in teams interdisciplinarily, and although exceptions might be made, in general, it is very welcome to see you focus on the issues at hand and not on the discipline you are learning. So you are looking at your discipline as one of many instruments to address problems. The Community Impact Project is a 5 ECTS project, and it's being graded as a pass or fail. So there's no grades. And it's mandatory for all undergraduate students, class of 2022 or younger. Exceptions are IEM majors and study abroad students because they will be gone in their 5th semester. Now this brings me to the issue of the pilot phase. We are doing a pilot phase because we believe that it's important that before this generation of UG22 will be in their 5th semester, we already have a functioning system. We have already a collection of good projects students can join, and we have some experience of how this works, how it can be administratively worked, and how it works academically, and also all the organizational problems that come with getting 300 plus students organized. So that's why we're doing a pilot phase. To you, it might be exciting to take part in this exploratory phase of pioneers of this new and also very innovative didactic concept. So also it might make sense to get this out of the way right now and then later focus on your thesis. So that is why we decided to do pilot and take off right away so that in the fall of next year, 2021, we can hit the ground running. The people involved are me. I am responsible for the academic part. Freya Hart, she is responsible for the administrative part, and Alena Klein, who is responsible for the organizational part. So you will find that we are very happy to talk to you and get in connection with you. Just email us with any questions. Here are some hints how you can get started with your community impact project. First and foremost, the most important thing that you need to do is you need to go to your CIP team. So you open Microsoft Teams and you get started with the CIP page. Once you're there, make sure that you start off with the page Start Here. You need to click the tab up top where it says Start Here. There you will find news. You will find important information for you to get started. Also very important for the beginning is the frequently asked questions page. You will find answers to all the significant and important questions that might be worrying you. So before you contact us with questions, maybe read up on the FAQ page first. Then I would suggest that you take a look at the list of projects, which is also a tab on the main channel of the CIP team. So you click on that tab up there and then you get a list of the projects that you can join. Once you find something that's interesting to you, you could go to the channel, the respective channel that you find on the left-hand side, where you can get into communication with other students and faculty who are interested in this project. Also make sure that you take a look at the Your Timeline tab, because there you will find different possibilities of getting engaged here, and especially deadlines when you are expected to finalize the consecutive phases of your project. So you might ask me, what could be a good example for a community impact project? Well, here are four. The first one that I want to talk about is the Hybrid Neighborhood Museum Portal to the World. We're very happy that the Jakobs Foundation is funding this project, and we will be doing a student-run project, a student-run museum where you will be developing exhibits both of material and digital nature, and also elements of augmented reality, with which we think about and discuss our place in connectedness. Bremen and Jakobs are both places that, seemingly small and insignificant they may be in the greater plans of the universe, they are extremely connected to the entire globe, and you will find that these connections also very interestingly stretch over time. For example, the campus history is very interesting to study. It was a Nazi militaristic institution to begin with, and it became what we now know as Jakobs University. It's a very interesting and moving history. But our neighborhood also is very interesting and should be part of this museum. There are many projects we can integrate into this museum, and I would suggest you to join the courses of Rüdiger Ritter, who will be leading these historical explorations. You can help develop a traffic system for Bremen. Right now we have a strong cooperation with Bremen City Administration, who is evaluating, for example, the car sharing and the efficiencies of our system. It turns out Bremen is at the top notch in Europe in terms of car sharing, and other countries, Ireland, Holland, and the Netherlands and others, are asking us, how are you doing that? How are you so efficient? So we are doing several research projects in that context to help City of Bremen progress their traffic system. Then we are very happy to announce that we have found funding to build a freeletics or calisthenics park to do sports with the Hood Training Initiative that works with kids from the poorest parts of town to help them integrate into society. I'm very excited to and looking forward to students working together with kids that do not have the privilege to live in an environment where academics are kind of a natural surrounding to them. There's a lot of projects that I can imagine also with the NGO Ketaketi, which is an organization that brings initiatives to pass in several states in Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, and in Nepal, possibly in the future Colombia and others will follow, that works on the principles of eye-level communication, making the people who receive the help responsible and in charge for how this is organized, because they are the experts of their own problems. And it's fascinating to see how this is immune to corruption and has very, very little overhead costs, a highly efficient way of implementing help. So the museum, as I have already mentioned, will be a very interesting part. I can't emphasize that enough, where also people from EES, for example, will be doing hybrid excursions. That is, they'll be going to a volcano in Italy, taking a 3D cam with them, while in the museum our neighbors can come and visit and put on VR equipment to actually be there live and join this expedition. So this is not only for social sciences, it is for everybody, and I'm excited and looking forward to your ideas, what you want to contribute. It also needs to be managed. There also needs to be PR and the entire operational side of the museum to be taken care of by students too. I'm waiting for your initiatives here. Part of that, obviously, is campus history, and our historian Rüdiger Ritter is responsible for the entire historical part. And you should definitely join his courses if you're interested in the museum in general. He will be very interesting to work with because he's also the museum director of the Bremerhaven Museum of the 50s. So you'll be surprised to find that the building this museum is in is an identical twin of the building of our Interfaith House. It was built by the same US administrations after World War II and had the same blueprint because it had the same function for the same people who were on their move in the post-Second World War situation as displaced people to the Americas. The second, this is Professor Omid Falilai, who is taking initiative with the corporation in terms of traffic organization in Bremen. He is very competent and very enthusiastic about the project, and I'm happy to work with him. Here you see the Hood initiative. People from the Hood, this is Daniel Magel, who is a head and CEO of that initiative, an alumni of ours. Heinke Pietsch is a manager of this organization, and you will find that it's really, really powerful to communicate with young people through sports. And I think they will be very interested to have our guys also engaged in the context of intercultural communication, and the knowledge of languages that we have give us different access than the trainers they have. They, in turn, can offer us training in didactics and pedagogical approaches, how to work with youth, which can be very valuable to you. This is Annelie Recker, who is head of the CEO Ketaketi, and she is a wonderful person who runs this NGO, and you will be not disappointed. If you contact her, you will find it is a fantastic opportunity to do something, initiate something new and innovative that helps your home country, maybe. So that's about it. I hope this is interesting to you. We find there's a very strong echo from students who are very interested in the Community Impact Project, and I'm looking forward to developing it further together with you.